Alright guys, good morning. Mr. G bringing you a game review. What are we talking about today? We're talking about Mountain Blade in space. That's essentially what Starsector is. This is a game that I've been playing on and off for probably 3, 4, maybe 5 years. It's essentially from a really small dev team, basically like a one-man studio. This guy's been working on this game, I think, for like 8 years now. I've been playing it since 0.0.6 or 0.7, but it's a 0.9 now. This thing's nearing release. You're not going to see it on Steam. He's got his own page for this game. Super awesome guy. What is it? Well, I've always liked space games. I've always liked games where you could command a capital starship in combat. Well, that's what Starsector lets you do. You get to choose your own character, go through the role-playing stuff, you get to set up the size of the galaxy, you get to pick some basic skills. Now, the game has a decent amount of lore built into it. Essentially, it's you're in this sector at the edge of the galaxy. You know, a long time ago, humans were colonizing the universe, and then, you know, the gates went down. Your sector's now cut off from the rest of the galaxy. Things are a bit of a mess, and there you are. So a lot of this is actually procedurally generated. So you set up your universe and how it's going to look like, and the size of it, and the age of it. And that's really important because all the star systems are going to be different depending on that. You're going to choose yourself some skills here. You can choose, you know, combat-oriented skills, tech-oriented skills, and there's also a whole industry colony side that's there in the latest version that wasn't there the first time around, which has some really good stuff in it. Okay, so you're going to start out. There's a tutorial in it to get you going. You're only going to have a few ships. You personally pilot one of the ships. The other ships in your fleet will be run by AI, and you can give them commands. You've got a command screen here. The strategy of space combat is pretty decent. Now, you're going to notice it's a top-down game, but it looks fantastic. The ships show damage to different areas. You've got shields, you've got armor, you've got flux. While the combat's pretty easy to learn, it's pretty hard to master. Now, in the latest version, 0.9, they've actually added a whole lot to the game. Colony management has become a pretty big deal, so you can start your own faction. You can look for planets at the far reaches of the sector, and it's not easy to find a good one, but you're going to look, find yourself a Terran world, something. And you're going to put your heart and soul and all the money that you have into this thing, getting it off the ground so it'll try and make money for you, just to have pirates and everybody else wreck it. But hey, that's the fun, right? You're going to be spending ages getting your colonies off the ground. When this game first came out, the space combat and the ship combat was fantastic, but you would max out your fleet and there wasn't much left to do in the game. But now in 0.9, the game feels like it's nearly finished. You've got command screens. You can produce your own fleets and ships. Once you get a colony up off the ground, you're going to be able to start your own faction. You can essentially take over the sector if you wanted to. It feels like a game that's 90% finished. It feels like it's nearly ready for release. So 0.9 makes sense. Now, there's a lot under the hood in this game, and if you need any assistance, they have a really awesome Discord. You can come by there. Awesome community, super active guys. Whenever I needed help on anything, I just popped it into their Discord, and within a couple of minutes, somebody was usually sorting me out and getting me going. The other really cool thing about this game is it has a fantastic mod community. They've got some amazing mods. Now here, I'm just showing you guys vanilla. If you guys enjoy this and you want to see more of it, I'm happy to go and show you some more of the mods of the game. Because it's mostly, I think it's made in Java or something. It's pretty easy to actually mod this game. All right, back to the game. There are missions, there are bounties. You've got lots of stuff to do in the sector. You've also got a hyperspace that you're going to be able to travel between stars in. That's going to cost you fuel. Everything's been thought of in this game to just make a really fun... You're a space warlord. Who doesn't want to be that? It's like feudalism in space. But the real beauty of the game is, of course, when you get into just an epic fleet battle or you're trying to take down a battle station. You'll find yourself sorting out your ship, because your ship's your baby. You're going to have a fleet, but you personally command your own ship. Well, you can give orders and whatnot to your AI, so that's where we get to the Mountain Blade bit. You also have a lot of customization options for the weapons that you can put on your ship. And one of the great things about this game is I don't have to fire or aim every weapon. I can decide which weapons I'm going to shoot and target personally, or which ones are going to auto-fire. Because if you're going to be on a capital ship, I'm talking a massive ship, it's going to have a lot of weapons. You're not going to have time to think about all the ones that you're going to fire. Now, each ship's going to have special abilities. They're going to have shields. You've got capacitors and you've got vents, because this game has a system where basically it's like overheat. You don't want to overheat or overload your ship, or you're going to have a bad day. So I've got this capital ship here. We can run a simulation. We can test it out. There's lots of ways you can just tweak and play with the ships you're going to be taking into combat. So we've got a lot of broadside weapons on this thing. However, most of those I've got right now set to auto fire. So we've got some torpedoes. We're going to shoot at this guy. You can see he's putting his shield up. Shields are great. However, running your shield generates flux, which is the top bar. And if your flux overloads, essentially nothing on your ship's going to work while your ship is in overload mode. So we're blasting away on this guy. We can get closer here. We can zoom in and show you guys some of the broadside weapons as they open up. Because in a large battle, your ship might be targeting multiple ships at the same time. Alright, wait for it. We're going to let the ship get overloaded here. And you can see what a disaster is going to happen when we get overloaded on flux. Nothing works! It's awful. And you can see the armor on the bottom left gets chipped away. So we've got shields, we've got armor, and the great thing is damage is represented graphically on your ship in combat. I know that's a little thing, but it's always driven me nuts in games like, I don't know, Dreadnought or any of those games. You get shot up and nothing is reflected on your ship. Alright, so let's say you're trying to take out some pirates in a pirate base at the edge of the sector. Well, hey, you can do that in Starsector. It's going to take a while. You're going to have to grind a fair bit to get a decent sized fleet, but you can get it done. So if you think Mount and Blade in space sounds cool, give Starsector a look. It's a really awesome game. If you've always wanted to pilot or command a capital starship in combat, this game does that. And it does it really, really well. They're not on Steam, so make sure you take a look for the link in the description. It's not shady. I bought it through them ages ago. Guy's great. And once you buy one copy, you get all the updates throughout the process of the game. I know this because I've been playing this game for like 4 years on and off. I check in once a year. So if you guys want to see more Starsector content on the channel, please let me know in the comments. You want to check out some mods, let me know about that as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is a really small team. Give them some love. Go check out this game. Mr. G out.